Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and I have a quick Valentine's Day card to share with you today. Hey everybody, so I'm using Jaded Blossom's card layer dies 2, along with their mini tag dies 2, and their heart layer dies, and their Gnome Kisses stamp set, along with their banner dies, and their postage dies. There we go. And I went ahead and I cut a piece of Sweet Blush cardstock from Paper Tray ink at 4.25 by 11, scoring it at 5.5 inches. I scored it with my Martha Stewart scoreboard and my Teflon bone folder there. There we go. And then I'm going to quickly layer some paper. That paper is from Martha Stewart Crafts, their Love Notes matte pad. And I cut it out using the postage dies, using my Gemini machine. Now you'll see that I'm using an American Crafts tape runner. I'm just trying to use up some old tape runners that I found in my craft room, trying to get rid of old supplies. There we go. And the paper actually is an old supply. Like I said, that Martha Stewart Crafts pad, the Love Notes pad, it's a golden oldie, and I'm trying to use up all of that old paper. But you could use any pattern paper for this. There we go. Now I went ahead and cut from that, using that card layer dies 2. I went ahead and cut it out using that same pad. And I'm going to apply this piece to the bottom of my card base there on the lower left-hand corner. We'll just kind of lining it up in the center. There we go. Just trying to add like a nest, like I always do. I kind of nest all my products together, give me a spot for my image. There we go. I'm just going to make sure it's stuck down well using my Teflon bone folder. And now I'm going to add that American Crafts glue runner again, or tape runner. And I've got a piece of scrap paper that I'm going to add to the top of this, just so when it lays on top of that other shape, it doesn't have any dips or dents in it. It lies nice and flat. And there we go. And I love this paper. I like the peachy pink. Kind of goes with what I have going on. There we go. I'm actually using an image from Dorky Doodles. It's called their Love Gnomes Clipart. And the colors just happen to match this perfectly. So that's how I chose my paper. There we go. So I went ahead and I cut out that sparkly heart. That's from the same pad. And then that there is the Dorky Prints and Doodles, that Love Gnomes. Isn't that cute? Just so cute. And I cut it out using my Brother Scan & Cut with a 0.4 border. Now I went ahead and I cut the banner dies out, this one, with that dark scarlet, the Scarlet Jewel cardstock from Paper Tray ink. It's the same color as that layer that I used with my postage die. I cut that about 1/4 of an inch larger than the postage die. Not sure if I mentioned that. So now I'm adding on the layers of hearts on top of this. The hearts are also from that same pad. The nice thing about these Martha Stewart pads is they have like foil cardstock that matches and glitter cardstock that matches right in the pad itself. So it just makes using it up really easy. So I used my art glitter glue here, and I'm sticking down each heart to this little cute clothesline. It's kind of like a clothesline look. And I'm just popping them all in place, and then I'll be using them on this card. I also cut out that heart die, those 2 heart dies that are right above what I'm working on there. One is from the pink glitter cardstock from the same pad, and the other is just some translucent CTI cardstock from cutcardstock.com. It's called CTI Glamma Translucent, or just a lightweight vellum cardstock. There we go, and I'm going to layer those on my card behind my gnome. There we are, just going to pop an acrylic block on there and make sure it sticks down well. Now I'm going to quickly put this card together. So I'm going to add this glittery heart, which is so pretty. Now we finished off that glue runner. Now we've added another one. I don't know what this one's called. I think it's called AdTech or something. I don't know. There we go. I'm going to stick that one down, and then I'm going to add the vellum piece. And I'm going to add some glue runner right on top because the gnome itself will be hiding it. There we go. And then isn't that the most adorable gnome? Look how darn cute that is. And it matches perfectly. It's from the Dorky Doodles website. They have adorable clip art that you can print and cut. And that's what this is. Cut out with my brother's Scan and Cut. All my die cutting was done with my Gemini machine as usual. There we go. So now this is the mini tag dies 2. And I cut the banner out using, I believe that's the same Paper Trank Sweet Blush cardstock. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment from, what's it called, Gnome Kisses. There we go. And it says, Be My Gnomie. And I'm going to stamp that onto this little pennant or fishtail tag, whatever you want to call it. I'll stamp that on using my VersaFine Claire Nocturne ink with just, an acrylic block. There we go, Be My Gnomie. How cute is that? Sentiments from Jaded Blossom, they have them for everything. They're just the cutest. There we go. Now I just have to decide where I'm putting this sentiment. I decided I'm going to cut it in half and use it that way. There we go. That's my EK Success little scissors. And then I'm going to stick this all down once I get everything going. There we are. Now this is in real time. I did not speed this video up, so this is kind of the speed that I work. I'm just going to add some tape runner to the back of this gnome, just so I can get the two little sentiments lined up where I want them. There we go. So I'm just going to make sure they're nice and straight. So when I stick down the gnome, it can be stuck down as a unit. Just makes it easier. There we go. Just making sure everything's straight. And then I'm going to add on the little gnomey part down in the lower right. Like, how cute is that? I think it's just so cute. There we go. So I just have to get that one in place. And then we will stick down these gnomes in this heart. So right now I'm going to grab my Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, and I'm going to pop one on the back of each of these little dangling hearts. And I'm not going to put one on the last one because I'm going to use that on the inside of my card. There we go. So just peel off the backings. And then we will stick this down. I love making Valentine's Day cards. I just love the pink, using pinks and reds and peaches and all the pretty colors and the glitter, and it's just up my alley. There we go. How cute is that? So Be My Gnomie, and then we will pop this little guy up. I actually have a couple more of these gnomes to use on some upcoming cards. I love using Clipart from Dorky Prints and Doodles. She is just a great artist. And the nice thing is that these are already colored. So all you have to do is cut them out and put them on a card, and Bob's your uncle. And of course, they work great, may I just say, with Jaded Blossom's products. Their dies and stamps just make this Clipart shine, I think. There we go. You just want to get some matching pattern paper and cardstock to go with the colors she's colored them with, and you're in business. There we go. So now we're all popped up, and then we will pop this guy right on the front of this card. And how cute is that? He's holding his little box of chocolates for his honey, and he's showing them. There we go. Just making sure it's nice and straight, or trying to get it as straight as I could get it. And making sure this one is straight. And there we go. How cute is that? Just adorable. There we go. Now on the inside, I'm going to decorate it because I've got another piece left over from that the card layer dies that I cut out. So why not use it? So I'm going to add this little diagonal piece of paper down near the bottom. There we are. And I'm just going to get this lined up where I like it. There it is. And now I'm going to grab this little heart that's left over, and I'm just going to trim off that, the banner piece, the part that's holding it like a little laundry line. I'm just going to trim that off with my scissors, and then I'm just going to use that as an embellishment on the inside of my card, because why not, right? And I'm going to stick that down with my art glitter glue, using my tweezers, and I'll just get that in the right place. How cute is that? Just cute stuff. And now I'm going to stamp a sentiment on the inside of this card. And that sentiment is also from the Gnome Kisses stamp set. Using VersaFine and Clara Nocturne ink again. And it says, Happy Valentine's Day to my Gnomie. Which is kind of cute, right? Kind of a little spin on to my homie. But it's Gnomie. And everyone loves the gnomes right now. So you just, you can't get enough of the gnomes. And there we go. How cute is that? A super fun and easy card to make, I think. Now I'm going to add a little bit of shine. I just pulled out my glossy accents. And of course, got a little clog in there because, that's just the way, I'm just lucky like that. And I'm just going to add glossy accents to each of these little chocolates just to make them look a little bit more shiny and real like chocolate would. And I find when you're working with clip art, you want to, make it a little bit more special by adding some embellishments to it. It just makes it look it makes it pop a little bit more. And now I've grabbed my Secure White Jelly Roll pen, a number 10, and I'm going to add a few little highlights to this little gnome. Just to, like I said, make it special, make it pop. And it's easy to do. It's not rocket science. Just adding a few little highlights really I think it makes a difference in the overall image. It just makes it look like it has a little bit more presence and gives the card a little bit more oomph. And there we go. So just adding a few, like I said, a few little highlights. And then that's about it. Like this was really an easy, fast card to make. Putting it together, didn't take very long at all. Really all it took the time to cut it out using my Brother Scan and Cut, but that if you have a Brother Scan and Cut, you know how quick that is. I printed out the image using my Epson Eco Tank, and it's turned out beautiful, I think. Isn't that cute? There we go. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog, the Jaded Blossom store, maybe get your hot little hands on some of these products, and maybe go check out Dorky Doodles and get yourself some Love Gnomes clip art. Thank you, and we'll see you soon in my next video. Bye, everyone.